Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
How you doing?
I'm good.
All right. Hello. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good. I am also good.
That's good.
This is the Man and a Little Baby podcast. I am the man.
I'm a little baby.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm tired. It's
Me
weird.
too.
What if I just talked like that?
I don't know. I don't know how long I could do that actually. Before I'm just like, listen, fucking knock it off, all right?
Talk like a person.
Be an adult.
But I don't wanna.
Same.
Oh.
It is Goose Chase. We are here in the same place we always are, doing this thing we often do. Oh my God!
I'm sorry.
You can't yawn.
I'm so
We did
tired.
this last week.
I'm always so
I
tired.
know. Yeah, we don't go to bed like at reasonable times like normal people.
No, and my job is mentally exhausting.
There's all kinds of good excuses we can make for ourselves.
Yes. And I do regularly.
Yep, same. Anyway, we're back. It's Goose Chase time. Oh no.
You forgot to turn the air
I
off.
forgot to turn the furnace off.
Oh, the furnace?
Well, the air conditioner.
So I was right the
on
first
the Yes.
That's all I needed to hear.
Doesn't matter. I'm not gonna worry about it.
All right.
No, I'm totally gonna worry about it. Hold on.
All right.
And we're back.
And we're back.
That's just so annoying to me. I can always hear it. I feel like Chris told me once he can't hear the air conditioner when it's on. But I can always hear it, and it drives me insane.
All right.
Anyway, we're back.
We're back.
We had a week. It was 7 days long.
Yes. 24 hours in each of those days.
So we just took a minute to compile what the hell we've been up to.
Oh my God, it was so hard. Why are we this old? Why can we not? We couldn't remember what we did Sunday. It took us a full 5 minutes or more to deduce what we did.
Yeah. It seems
That's
like
not right.
it seems too easy to forget stuff now.
Ugh.
We are getting old. Mm-hmm. But we did something interesting. We went to the YSU Arts Festival for what is probably the third year maybe. Third, yeah.
Third, I think.
Which
Well,
I think
you didn't come the first time I went, so maybe fourth.
I didn't come the second time. I went the first time, I missed last year, and I went this time.
I feel like the first time I took the dog, at least, I went alone.
I went when Pokemon Go came out, and that was not last year, it was the year before.
And the year before that, I went with the dog. You were not here. You were in Texas or somewhere else. The first
This
time I
last
took
year.
the dog, you weren't here.
God, this is going to be so exciting for people to listen to. Nobody
Anyways,
cares.
we've gone for a few years now, and I
Right.
like to take the dog because he likes it.
Yeah, he does. Bo gets excited when he's in crowds. He gets excited to see people. He cannot walk in a straight line, and
He
it is
can't.
impossible
That
to
was
take
very
him places
annoying.
for that reason.
He
But
kept randomly making beelines towards random people throughout the day,
Yeah.
like for no reason.
yeah,
Just like, I'm going to walk towards this old man. And I'm like, maybe he doesn't want you to.
I'm 90% certain he was following the scent of French fries for most of it.
Very possible.
But I'm not totally sure.
Yeah, that's possible.
But it was fun. I think my favorite parts of those days are when we find like a random spot in the lawn to sit with him and give him water and chill out. And he just relaxes. And
All I know is I left you guys in a shady area while I went shady as in like covered in shade, not shady as in you're going to get shanked.
I left you guys in a really sketchy field.
There was a scarecrow that looked like it might be alive.
It's just a man with like straw all over him.
The song Jeepers Creepers was playing.
What?
That's what popped in my head.
That's not so much sketchy as it's like I walked into like an old timey like a musical or something.
No, I was thinking of the scary movie Jeepers Creepers,
Oh wait,
where the song keeps playing. You know, Justin Long is in it.
you know what? I haven't seen that one.
It's not very good,
Cool.
but it stuck with me.
Okay.
So Where was I going with that?
No idea. You walked away to get Indian food.
Yeah, I went to go get food, and you didn't want any. And I'm just saying that in case people accuse me of not getting you any. I don't know. I'm tired.
It was pretty rude. I asked you for Indian food, and you were like,
No, I gave you Indian food you didn't want because I'm not a real human and I bought the wrong thing. And then I felt bad being like, I bought the wrong thing because the sign was in the wrong place. So I just bought more of the thing I actually wanted.
Yeah, like you ordered something and then we're like, that's not what I actually want. But since you'd already ordered it, you just ordered something else too.
Yeah.
Rather than be like, whoops, my mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because once they like handed it to me in the container, and I was like, they can't feed it to anyone else now, so might as well just order the thing I actually wanted, and I'll eat some of this other thing. It was good. I liked it. And I knew I did like that thing. It was just not the thing I was trying to get.
Yeah.
Anyway, as usual, their mango shake or mango smoothie or whatever they call it
Yep.
was really, really good.
It's even better when it's all over your shirt, as it turned out to be.
Yeah. And I almost dropped all my food, too. I was having some juggling issues.
We had so many issues.
I usually have quite a few.
We had a hard time, but but we enjoyed ourselves.
But I get the point of me saying that was that I came back and there were two people standing there talking to you.
Yeah, right.
About the dog. Anytime we take this dog anywhere, that's what happens. People come over to ask about the dog, which is half the reason I do this. Because he likes the attention and I don't mind it.
See, I hate this, though. I hate answering people's questions.
Yeah.
I don't get excited when people are like, I like your dog. I'm like, I don't know you.
You're like, I don't.
Yeah, right, exactly. I could not disagree with you more, stranger. I do not care for him.
My favorite thing to tell people is when they're like, oh, he's so well behaved. They'll be like, yeah, he's got everyone fooled.
Yeah, that's it. That's
like when he comes out into public, he's very nice, very well behaved.
Yeah.
Not the same dog at home.
Completely different dog.
Also, I noticed something, and I know I told you this observation.
Okay.
I noticed something about him I never really put together, which is like usually with dogs, the right thing to do is obviously ask if you could pet them.
Uh-huh.
And then if you're told yes, like even then, you usually hold your hand out for the dog to sniff, like hold a fist out.
Yeah.
So they can like see if they want you to pet them.
Yeah.
Anytime someone holds their fist out to Bo, he just ignores it or like snubs it. And then they go, oh, I guess he doesn't want me to pet them. And so I kept having to tell people like, normally that's the right thing to do.
Right.
With him, you just have to go in for the pet because he just doesn't know what that is.
Yeah, right.
Like he has no interest in figuring it out. Like in figuring out if you're a good person and you should pet him because he just assumes that you are and that you're going to pet him.
Part of this is his upbringing. Your way of showing him affection is to clobber him with hugs and pets.
Yeah, he's just used to it.
Yeah. He just assumes it's just going to happen to him at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do this thing with him that I affectionately call accept your pets, which is where he's standing and I drape my body over him and I like pet his sides and rub him and like rub his face. But he just stands there and he accepts his pets.
Right.
So that's like when we go out, that's what he does. He just stands there. He's like, well, this is an inevitability. Just pet me, please.
Yeah.
And I make this sound like it's like something he doesn't like. He does enjoy the attention. He just doesn't, he's not super, and this is a good thing. He's not super excitable about it in the moment, which is nice because like kids will come up to him and pet him and he doesn't like, for the most part, he doesn't like get in their face.
Yeah.
There was that one kid.
We had a kid who tried to like let the dog off of his
Oh
leash.
no.
How about that?
Oh my God. I
That's like
almost lost it.
It's a very scary moment when a small child grabs the clip for his leash and goes to just release him.
Do you remember my reaction?
You went, oh, no, please don't do that. It's like very abruptly like, oh, no, please don't do that.
Because I saw her hand going to it and I was like, she's not going to do that. Or at the very least, she's not going to be able, she's not going to have the hand strength to do that. She was fucking doing it. And that's when I panicked and was like, no.
That's funny.
Do not let my dog off his leash, please.
Yeah, especially not in the middle of a very crowded
Right.
festival in the middle of Youngstown State University.
Yeah, in a city. Like, it's not even like in a park. It's like the campus, and then it's in Youngstown, the city.
Yeah.
Just like my dog would get hit by a car in 5 seconds.
That was terrifying.
Yes. But the one I was thinking of is when we were leaving, we stopped to talk to my mom and stepdad because they happened to be leaving at the same time as us. We didn't even know they were there.
Right.
And this kid comes up with his mom and wants to pet the dog. I'm like, oh, yeah, you could pet him. And the kid was like, he was little. And so he was doing that like kind of shy thing because Bo's a very big dog. Like,
Good instinct.
Right. I understand if a dog is bigger than you, that's got to be intimidating. So I understand that. So he was like kind of petting Bo. And I was like, oh, yeah, he's big. His head's bigger than yours. And as soon as I say that, Bo whips his face around and licks the kid right on the nose. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And the kid, like, he didn't freak out, but he was a little scared. He jumped back.
Yeah, he jumped back and he's like, I'm sorry. Like, his face kind of was just like,
What?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, my God, Bo. Horrible timing. As soon as I'm like, his head's bigger than yours. Like, oh, please don't think my dog is going to eat you.
But anyway, that was Sunday. That was a good day.
And I got something there. I purchased a piece of art.
You did.
I was very excited with. It's a print. But it was a picture or a painting of a bear.
Oh, bear.
It's really cool. The bear is like snarling and it has all these pretty colors in it. And your D&D character is a druid and he occasionally turns into a bear.
Occasionally, he's a fucking bear.
He's a fucking bear.
Occasionally.
So my headcanon is that this is an actual portrait of your character when he's a bear.
I had it commissioned. I turned into a bear before the portrait artist.
Just so you can have it commissioned.
Completely blew a transform on that.
Yep. That fits your character.
I'm not sure in the future. There's some
Maybe not in the
interesting
future,
stuff
but in the just before this last endeavor.
Yeah. I think one of the cool things about this game is, like, especially for me now, the character development is getting very real. So there are like changes of character happening, which is fun.
And our DM, Matt, who listens to this podcast, he has, things in mind for all of us, and he has special, what's the word for it?
Well, there's like special items. There's
Special
like,
items
plot
that
points
he's designed for everyone. So
yeah.
he told me that mine has pretty much done, so that's exciting.
Anyway, yeah, that's a thing. What else do we? What else do we got? What else happened? Things happened. I swear things happened this week.
So, friend of the podcast, John, sent in some ideas. 4 of them.
4 of them.
4 ideas that are all really cool, and I added those to the list. So,
Nice.
looking forward to those. We played D&D, which we kind of mentioned, and there was mouse poop on my pillow. And on my bed.
Okay, so before we started recording, you said, oh, I got to talk about the mouse. I said, I feel like we've talked about the mouse quite a bit. And you said, I haven't talked about the poop.
Yes, just like that.
Which is true. We haven't. We have not discussed the poop.
I went to go to bed one night and there was mouse poop on my pillow.
It's not cool.
And then I went to go to bed the other night and I had put my dress on that had been on the floor. And I think there was poop on the dress because I set mail down on my bed and then I leaned over the mail to grab my charger, which I then realized wasn't there because it was in another room. And when I sat back up, there was a piece of poop on the mail that I had just set down on the bed. So either the mouse was currently on my bed and pooped on it really fast and ran away without me noticing, which is unlikely.
Which would be devious if true.
Also that. Or there was mouse poop on my dress because I found it on that piece of mail and then on other parts of my bed. And then I ripped the dress off and changed and gathered all my belongings and went upstairs and slept up there.
So many possibilities about where the poop came from and when. The timeline of the poop.
The poop was not there when I sat down.
Nefarious motives behind the poop.
I think mostly it's because it's a mouse.
And needed
And
poop.
or a rat. This poop looked less mouse-like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they don't cohabitate.
Okay.
Like rats will eat mice. They're very territorial. So it's either you got one or the other. But the other poops I've seen looked pretty much like mouse poop. So I don't know what's happening. Here's a critter where I don't want it to be.
Yeah. That's not fun. This is the mouse that your mom referred to as Super Mouse.
Yes.
I don't think we talked about that.
No, so, we haven't talked about this part.
Maybe we did? Did we talk about this?
I can't remember. Let's talk about it again, even if we
repeat
have.
ourselves if we have.
It doesn't matter. So I was up one night and I have this motion detector light, and the light went on, and it's not very sensitive, so it doesn't just go on for no reason. It's not glitchy or anything. So I looked up and it was dark, so I turned my flashlight on and aimed it towards the stairs to see what was going on. And a mouse jumped from the stairs up into the ceiling. And then I told my mom about that. And so we talked about it, and I was texting her about it. And I think maybe it was the next day that when I saw it again that I told her, I forget the exact timeline. Saw it again the next night and got a better look at it that time.
Yeah.
And it looked at me and I yelled at it. I said, "You stop it."
Okay.
And when I was, I don't know. I was in the moment.
Well, hold on. Was that actually what you...
I yelled, "You stop." I think I said, "You stop it, rat."
Wait, was it a rat or a mouse?
I don't know. I said rat in the moment.
Okay. All right.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
So it looked at me, and then I yelled, and then it turned around and it walked upstairs, and then it came right back down, and it jumped into the ceiling again.
Oh my God.
So at some point in all this, I was texting my mom about it, and I told her what happened and what I saw. She said something along the lines of, "We have a fucking super mouse," which I thought was hilarious. And I sent her like a laugh crying face, and she was like, "I'm not joking." It was really funny.
The idea of it leaping up into the ceiling is really kind of a jarring image.
I mean, what you have to know is like, so there's the landing,
Yeah.
and then it was like on the step right below the landing. And then the ceiling is almost in line. It's like not that much higher. And it jumps up onto like a pipe
Yeah.
that's up there. So it's not that big of a leap. It's not like going from the bottom of the stairs all the way up to the ceiling or something.
Yeah.
But it is still a little weird to see that. Also, it made sense because I know it's been in my drop ceiling. And so when I looked at where I had seen it go and then followed like where the pipes go, the drop ceiling isn't like closed off on the side. So I'm like, oh, it's just following the pipes directly into the drop ceiling.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, like they follow paths and stuff, and like sometimes
Yeah.
they'll stick to the edges of rooms and stuff if they can, right? Like,
Yeah, because they don't have the best eyes.
right. So like if there's a pipe to climb on, that's probably mostly what they can see. They'll just follow that.
Yeah, and it also makes sense because in the past, when I've been upstairs in the one room, I would hear it, and it sounded like it was in the ducts or something. But if it was like on pipes and stuff, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Anyway, I'm done talking about the mouse. I think it's time. It's time for a little game.
Is it time for a game?
It is.
I
Are you
like
ready to
games.
play?
I think so. What's the game?
The game is Trues and Fnews.
Wow, we. You mean to tell me why you wouldn't happen to mean
It's time for Trues and Fnews.
Time to play Trues and Fnews. Time to play Trues and Fnews. Everyone's playing our famous game, the game that's taken the internet by storm.
It's time for Trues and Fnews.
A Merv Griffin production.
All right.
So tell me about this Trues and Fnews as fast as humanly
and
possible.
Fnews is a fun little game where I give you 2 false headlines, 1 true headline, and you have to guess which is which. You tell me the trues.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it could have been better.
I like it. I like that you ended on. Yeah.
You ready?
I guess so. As ready as I'm gonna be.
You ready for the 3 headlines
Listen.
because they're headlines,
What did I hear?
not just news stories.
I believe I heard there's some consensus that I have fucked this up.
Yes. Everyone who has come down on one side or the other is on my side.
Wow. How many everyones are we talking about? I want
Two
names.
or three.
I want names. No, I'm kidding.
Laura and Kirsten come to mind, and I think maybe Adam.
Well, thanks a lot, guys.
It's just because I'm right.
I mean, you could be.
I definitely am.
You could be.
Anyway.
The fact that it took us 80 episodes to get to that tells me you're not paying attention. But anyway.
No, it just tells me that I had faith in you, and I shouldn't have.
Yes, your faith was misplaced.
Anyways.
All right, let's do it.
Researcher responsible for getting workplace burnout added to the World Health Organization's ICD-11 diagnosed with workplace burnout.
No shit. That's a good one.
Second one.
All right.
Police. Tossing drugs in toilet could lead to meth gators.
Okay. Meth gator. This from the University of Florida.
Number 3. Small Indiana town of Williamsport turns into Pawnee, Indiana in celebration of Park and Recreation Month.
Huh. Ooh.
You want to recap?
Yes, I do. Now I'm a little bit conflicted, but let's hear it.
Researcher responsible for getting workplace burnout added to the World Health Organization's ICD-11 diagnosed with workplace burnout.
Okay.
2. Police. Tossing drugs in toilet could lead to meth gators.
Okay.
3. Small Indiana town of Williamsport turns into Pawnee, Indiana in celebration of Park and Recreation Month.
Okay. Well, now that I understand the way you're playing the game, this changes things a little bit. I know that you reword them somewhat, but if they're real headlines...
I don't reword them.
Don't you reword them slightly? They said you reworded them
No,
slightly.
the only thing I do is if there's multiple news outlets that cover it, and I like the way one is worded versus another one, I'll use that one's. But I don't reword them.
So then the game is slightly different. It's like not to try to figure out like what thing could or could not have happened. It really is about like which one is a proper headline or not.
Not necessarily proper, but which one is the true one?
Which one sounds like an actual headline?
I'm pretty good at faking it.
Yeah, you're pretty good at faking it. Let's see.
I've become really good at writing news headlines, baby. It should be my job just to write news headlines.
Yeah.
I don't want to write the articles.
I think there are people whose job that actually is.
Yeah, but they're also probably journalists
Yeah,
and
they
have to
are.
do research. I don't want to do that.
I am leaning towards. I should just don't say what you're leaning towards. Just say what you think, right? Oh God.
I'm sorry, my throat just made a really weird noise.
Okay, so just off topic for a second. There was an episode of Conan O'Brien.
Timothy
Needs a Friend.
Elephant?
No,
Oh.
it's Billy Eichner, and the opening of his episode is just a weird throat gurgle.
Timothy Oliphant has the same thing in his.
Shut up.
Yeah. His throat makes a weird noise. And then they talked about it for a minute and was like, oh my God, I've done that so many times.
Really? Because that's exactly how the Billy Eichner episode starts. That's weird. Huh. All right. I think even though I think this is the weirder article, but the headline sounds truer. Going with meth gators. Meth gators. Final answer.
You're right.
Yes. Yes.
I don't like you seem to have cracked some kind of code.
Yeah, I did.
You're just going to make me have to work hard.
See, this review, the game has changed. It's a different game completely.
Oh, you just wait until it's my turn, bucko.
Well, I mean, like, I'm still going to play the game I want to play it. So
I know, but now I know you're playing it that way.
Okay.
So I'm not going to choose things based on if I think it's a bad headline or not.
I can't believe you thought they were headlines. They were like whole sentences.
Well, I didn't know.
We're still not over this, apparently.
No, we're breaking up. That's not true. Our relationship is better than ever.
But still, I'm mad at you.
I'm mad about it. Yes. If you want to look it up, if you want to know more about this, you can look that up, baby. Because I don't have my phone, remember?
Because we have very limited information on it right here, right now.
Yes. No, I meant like you can look it up now and we can read it.
I don't want to do that on the air.
Okay.
And plus
well, it's usually what I do.
Yeah. Dead air, comma, dead air.
Okay, whatever. Be a curmudgeon about it. I just didn't feel like going upstairs to get my phone.
I kind of think I could put like A, B, and C together here.
Yeah, meth caters.
Like a toilet, a
turlet.
The turlet. I seriously almost said turlet.
There's a turlet.
You put the drugs in the turlet, and you flush the turlet, and the drugs go to the gators, and the gators eat the drugs, and the drugs addict to the gators, and they become drug gators. And that's it.
And then they lose all their teeth.
Oh,
And they get real itchy.
that's actually really sad.
You're sad for the
I just pictured a
alligators?
gummy like alligator with no teeth.
And he's also very itchy. Don't forget about that.
And that's sad because his arms are little and he can't scratch anything.
He's like the T-Rex of Florida.
Gators, the T-Rex of Florida. Mm-hmm. Truth. Anyway, I'm happy to say that I got that one. All right. The
Yes.
game has changed.
I'm not happy about this.
Yeah.
Not.
Yup. I am.
Yeah, well, fuck you. So today we actually do have a middle segment, and it's fucking weird.
I'm so excited to talk about this.
This is like the first thing you told me when I came over tonight.
This is really weird, and I apologize.
No, you don't.
Not really. I'm not sorry. So today I was on Reddit, where I learned most of the disturbing information I wish I could forget. Mm-hmm. And I was looking at Out of the Loop. Out of the Loop is a fun subreddit. It really is just for like, hey, what's this thing? I'm out of the loop. What did I miss? Right? Mm-hmm. And the post was entitled, "What's with this thing? What's up with this thing of women running like vagina first at their cameras?" So I went, okay, I'll bite. And what this is, it's actually like it's becoming an internet phenomenon that I only barely understand.
So I think first we need to preface this with the fact that most people are aware of the many inane challenges
Yes.
that happen on the internet.
Yeah.
Tide Pod Challenge, In My Feelings Challenge.
The gallon challenge, remember that?
No, is that the milk
Yeah.
cinnamon challenge?
The gallon challenge was great. Just watching people puke up 3/4 of a gallon of milk was hilarious.
And half this shit is dangerous too.
Yeah.
In My Feelings Challenge, people running themselves over.
Yeah. Yeah, some pretty scary stuff. Some of it. But some of it is outright delightful, and this is one of them. Because it started with, presumably, as far as I can tell, the origin of this was some guy on Twitter saying, I DM'd some girl and he sent me this video. And the video that he sent back, and I've now seen two versions
It was
of
the
the
girl's
same
boyfriend who sent him a video back.
Yeah,
right?
I DM'd this girl, and her boyfriend sent this video. And the video is him lightly boxing the camera real quick, and then jumping up in the air and landing ass first on the camera, which is funny. It's pretty funny. From as far as I can tell, the next step of this was that some porn star saw this and decided to do her own version of this thing also on Twitter. I wasn't aware of exactly how dirty you can post on Twitter.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. But there's like barely any filter. It's just like
Post whatever you want.
it'll just like hide behind a not safe for work button or something like that. I didn't realize this.
Yeah.
And the video is her like running across a room, jumping up and just colliding vagina first with a camera.
Naked or at least not clothes from the bottom down.
Absolutely
And there's
naked.
variations.
Which is weird. But also kind of hilarious.
I'm just saying, I don't run naked. It's too hard on the boobs.
I don't think running naked is...
Also, I just don't run in general, but
I think unless you're a championship streaker, there's probably no good reason to do it.
do those exist?
Yes, there's professional streakers.
Good to know.
There's a dude that got paid to streak in England for a long time.
God, what's that life like?
I don't know. Got to be real comfortable with yourself.
Let's get him on the podcast.
Yeah, I wish we could. I'd talk to that guy forever. But anyway, so she does this. This becomes an internet challenge, which is referred to as the running
beehole challenge. It cracks Dave up. You originally thought it was called the flying beehole challenge,
which is equally funny. Maybe
I mean, it
funnier.
works also because they are like leaping and landing on the camera with their butt.
It's so incredibly funny.
Now there is a subreddit dedicated to it now.
Yes, the r/running beehole challenge, which is compiling these things. It's taken off. I'm not entirely sure why or who all these women are that have decided to do this.
I have a theory that the majority is porn stars.
They may well be. I can't think of too many people that are going to be comfortable with doing that.
Right.
But it's like a phenomenon. It's happening all over the place. There's a well-circulated compilation video now of just some of the hits.
and one that like the Reddit thread has chosen as their favorite.
Yeah, Reddit has decided that the original was the original. The original is the best, is what they said. And it
is. It's very clear. You can very clearly see everything.
The whole thing.
Whole kit and caboodle.
Right up that last second. But
Yep.
it's so funny. It's so funny.
What I'm fascinated by is the fact that, like, I don't know that I can do that. Like, run and jump when angle my
Yeah, like target your
undercarriage.
Target your pelvis at a camera in midair and collide with it. And just that.
Also, ow.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're like colliding with a camera phone, maybe not so bad.
Yeah, still.
It's not like an old like VHS camcorder with
I was kind of imagining like
the big
phone with like a
telescoping
telephoto lens. A phone, camera with a telephoto lens.
But yeah, no, it seems like a lot of people are doing this, which is really funny, and I can't get over how silly it is. It's like it's a thing you would never, until you see it, you just can't imagine how bizarre it is to watch it.
So
Maybe
go
you
look
can.
up the running
you can.
beehole challenge.
I like that I get exposed to these weird things via Reddit all the time. There's always some weird thing I don't quite get, but this is the weirdest.
I like that other people are exposed and running at cameras and landing on them.
So I guess I don't know. That's that.
That's
There's
it.
like what else is there to say
It
about
tickled
this?
Dave, that's all.
It cracked me up. I couldn't believe it.
That it's literally pretty much the first thing you told me when I got here.
I don't know. I've never seen anything quite so bizarre in all my life.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, go ahead and check that out if you want to burn that into your head.
we're going to have a little break, so feel free to do that now.
Yes, we will. And we will be back in a minute with the main segment for the episode.
All right.
All right? Stick around. And we're back.
And we're back.
We are back. We went almost all this podcast without a single clown horn.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're holding yourself funny over there.
It's just comfortable.
I didn't even notice it, but you're just like you have your hand just cupping and holding your boob with one arm.
Mm-hmm.
You look like you're holding a child.
But you'd be mistaken because it's my boobs.
All right.
They're very heavy.
I know. I mean, I get it.
Then why are you making...
Mine are getting heavier every day. I totally get it.
Sometimes you just gotta boost them up. I don't have a bra on. Also, I'm a little bit chilly, so I'm just like...
All right.
I'm like all curled in on myself.
Yeah, you're like kind of like folded in on yourself somehow. Anyway, let's move on here. Main topic time. So I want to start before I describe the topic. I want to say that I think it is hard for us today to appreciate before there was photo manipulation and before there were like really sophisticated techniques for like manipulating a camera image or something like that. How everything we saw in photo form like carried a ton of weight, right? Like now you can see things and not really believe them or like be like, oh, that picture's probably faked, you know? And even now we have like deep fakes where like people appear to be saying things and we go, nah, that's not real, you know?
Yeah.
Like we are increasingly skeptical of what we see for good reason.
Yeah.
But there was a time where a photo was really proof enough.
No, we hadn't figured out how to fuck that all up yet.
Yeah, like there were some early techniques of like double exposures and interesting stuff that you could like use to, and there's actually some really impressive stuff that they used to do in like early cinema. There's something I'll have to show you later of like practical effects of a woman turning from like a beautiful young woman into a scary witch right on screen. And I think they did it with like lighting and makeup so that as they adjusted the light, she like turned all haggard looking and scary. It was like really clever stuff for the time. But basically, you know, for a long time, if you saw it, you believed it.
I get it. It's like that thing where if you look at her right side up, she's a pretty young lady. And if you look at her upside down,
Right.
she's a haggard old woman.
So all they had to do was turn the entire audience upside down. Easy.
Or the camera.
No, I think it's easier to move the audience. I think cameras are pretty delicate.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, just take the whole audience and flip them upside down.
Flip them upside down.
Anyway, I am going to tell you a story of a series of photos that caught the eye of the world, sparked serious argument about their veracity, and ultimately reemerged nearly 70 years later as an ongoing fascination.
All right.
I wrote this is a lighthearted one. No one gets hurt in this one. This is the rare goose chase where occultists don't murder someone and no one like
no one drowns in anyone's mailboxes.
Right. Everyone's fine. I also wrote I don't think this qualifies as a mystery, as you'll see. The kind of like as you go on, there's no huge spoilers exactly, but I think it's an interesting story anyway. It's a reflection on how what people want to believe shapes what they do believe. And I think that in and of itself makes it very interesting. This is the story of the Cottingley Fairies.
I was wondering if that's what you were leading up to. I put this one on the list.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay.
I forget how I found out about it. So I know a little bit about it, but I really want to see what you have to say.
I thought this was a super interesting story.
One of the reasons I hadn't done it was because it really is pretty cut and dry. There's not too much depth to it, but it is a really fun story.
I think anyone who doesn't know this, like, yes, it's not going to blow your mind, but it's interesting about how people reacted to this thing for so long. The mythology that built around it and the decades of silence on it, too, is interesting.
Well, let's get into it.
Yes, let's get into it. There's some side detours on the way, too, which are kind of interesting to me.
All right.
So the Cottingley Fairies story begins in Cottingley, England, which is a town in West Yorkshire in the north of England. This town is the home of two young cousins. Their names are Elsie Wright and Frances Griffith. Griffiths? Griffiths. They were born in 1901 and 1907. Okay? Where the Cottingley is a pretty small town, and it isn't known for much else other than this story. But it is really, really old. It's one of many towns that are included in the Doomsday Survey of 1086.
What?
Yeah.
What's that?
The name sounds more ominous than it actually is. I think Doomsday, it's Domesday, but they pronounce it Doomsday. But what it basically...
Spell it again?
Domesday, pronounced Doomsday.
Okay.
I said this was, so a little background on that. It's a survey of much of England, and it was done by King William the Conqueror. It was written in Latin. Its primary purpose was to survey the country to find out how many people there were, cattle, crops, all that stuff. Basically for the purpose of, like, assessing taxes, but also for, like, assessing the property, because basically everything in the kingdom is the king's property. Mm-hmm. Like, all these different towns and farms and like all these areas are basically just being held for the king. I think it's something I didn't really appreciate until recently.
Yeah, it's just like he's just like letting you live there for him.
Yeah,
because he can't live everywhere at once, and he's got
Right.
like a really nice big house.
and he can't milk all the cows.
Yeah.
He can't do everything.
So he's like letting you do it for him.
It's like really weird. The idea of like all this stuff is actually the king's. Like, I don't know. I guess I just thought like everyone had their property and they were all loyal to the king. But no, this is like the king owns everything. This survey recorded 13,418 places. That's amazing to me. That's so much. And they did this in like the year 1086. So, like, how they got that much area surveyed so accurately really kind of blows my
It had to
mind.
take a very long time.
Yeah,
By the time they did it, it had to be inaccurate.
probably. By the time everyone got home, like, whoo. And then,
10 years later.
right. So, yeah, basically, this is, like I said, it's all mostly for the purposes of figuring out what the king owns and what taxes are owed to, things like that, you know, like all that. But anyway, back to the story of Cottingley in 1917. This is when the story begins. So basically, Elsie would have been 16, and Francis would have been 10. Okay.
All right.
So they are basically they're two kids. They live in this town, and their kids are like do what kids do, right? Like they play outside. They are known to disappear from the house for like hours at a time and play in the stream and play in the woods. Typical kids, right? So basically what happens one day is they come home all muddy and wet, and their mother is pissed because I guess they've been told not to do this kind of thing. You know, it's like kid stuff.
Well, also they're women. They're ladies.
There might be something to that. I mean,
Girls don't do that.
well, they're little kids in a town in the early 1900s. I'm not really sure what the rules are. I don't know.
Even then,
I don't know. I don't know the culture.
yeah, they should be doing some cross stitch or something, not out getting muddy.
So basically, the mother confronts them, and they tell her that they were only out in the stream because they were out there to see the fairies. And she calls bullshit, essentially. But the girls take the family camera out to the stream. They have a family camera, like a plate glass like camera that like takes like negatives on like plate glass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They take the camera out to the stream. 30 minutes later, they come back with the claim that they have a photo of the fairies. So there's a lot of parts of the story that kind of strain belief. Here's, I think, the first one. Their father develops the image because he's a photographer, which is part of why they have the camera. And to his surprise, it's a photograph of Elsie behind a bush surrounded by 4 dancing fairies. He suspects that they are made of cardboard and doesn't fall for it and suspects that it's a trick. And then a few months later, they bring him another one. And this one is of Elsie holding a gnome about a foot tall. A little gnome.
No, know me.
The part that strains my belief, or maybe just cracks me up, I'm not sure which, like, the dad doesn't buy it and won't lend them the camera again, but the mom is like 100% in. That's where I'm like, how could you both have such wildly different reactions to this thing?
That doesn't surprise me, actually.
It surprised me just because, like, the dad's a photographer. He kind of like he would know enough to know, like, maybe the ways that this could have been done or something. I don't know.
I feel like in like the way I have it stereotyped in my head, I can totally understand the dad being like stodgy and practical and the mom wanting to give into whimsy a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a stereotype, but I don't know. I guess it fits some kind of narrative, right?
Yeah.
But she's completely, which is really funny because she goes from being like pissed off to like, oh, I get it.
It was the fairies.
It was the fairies. I get it. Oh my God. I can't believe I didn't know about the fairies.
I'm so sorry I yelled at you.
Oh,
It
girls.
was just the fairies. Good job.
What was I
Finding
thinking?
those fairies.
This is amazing.
And how did you hold that gnome?
My children are prodigies.
Well, her child and her niece.
Oh, yeah.
Presumably.
Right, exactly. Anyway, about a year later, Elsie sends the photo to a friend of hers who lives in Cape Town, where she used to live. They moved from Cape Town to Cottingley, right? She sends a letter which nonchalantly says, I am sending 2 photos. Both of me, one of me in a bathing costume in our backyard, while the other is me with some fairies. Elsie took that one. Oh, wait. So Frances sends that. Wait. Yeah, Frances sends that. She has to. Boy, I wrote that badly. Anyway, I think it's kind of nonchalant and really silly. She just, oh, by the way, here's some pictures of me with some fairies.
Here's some fairies.
Really silly. She also says, it's funny, I never used to see them in Africa. It must be too hot for them there. It's kind of cute, right?
Yeah. It's like hard to tell if she's like doing the hard sell for real or if like she's being tongue in cheek, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right, actually. Like the tone there doesn't suggest immediately one thing or the other.
Yeah. It could be like, oh, look at this thing that I did. Look at these fairies. Oh, never saw them in Africa.
Yeah.
Or it could be like the hard sell of like, no, I never saw them in Africa.
I think now that you mention it, the subtlety of it, like the fact that she doesn't just be like, holy shit, there's fairies.
Yeah.
Kind of suggests
It
she
kind of
is
seems
being,
like, you know,
well,
she's having a
tongue-in-cheek.
go.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but you're right.
But it's, you know, it's so hard to tell. It's so long ago and
Right.
we weren't there.
Right.
And what if the fairies were real?
And what if the fairies were real?
I want to hold that gnome.
He's out there somewhere.
I'm gonna catch.
Okay, here's where this takes off a bit. Elsie's mother attends a meeting of the Theosophical Society in Bradford, and their meeting is themed around fairies, right?
Naturally.
So she has the perfect thing to bring.
Naturally. It's like show and tell for adults.
She brings this photo, and the group is so taken by these photos that they show them at the group's annual conference later that year. And then eventually it comes to the attention of some of the higher ranking members of the organization.
So, what is this organization about? Is it all about fairies or is it?
So the Theosophical Society, I did
I'm
some
not
research
familiar
on
with
it.
that word.
Neither am I. I did some research on it because it struck me as well. They are they exist to promote a archaic religion known as Theosophy. In a very, very brief nutshell, because there's a whole bunch of weird things they believe. They believed that ancient Mahatmas cultivated wisdom and spread it through Theosophy's founder, a woman named Helena Blavatsky, in an attempt to revive an ancient religion that will overtake all other religions.
Okay.
Weird. There's elements of reincarnation in what they believe, and karma,
Also interesting that the founder is a woman.
and Russian, I guess, or something
Yeah.
Eastern European. I'm not really sure exactly what, but it is interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that kind of sounds, I don't know, kind of sounds Buddhist in nature or something like that. I'm not sure.
Well, like Indian Mahatmas.
Yeah, right. They try to say it's not a religion, but it's obviously a religion, right? It's one of those things.
Yeah.
Where they try to be like, no, it's not
Well,
really
it's like a
religion.
combination of philosophy and theology.
Right. Conveniently named so as to be able to kind of dodge and not be quite either.
Yeah.
I had never heard of them. As far as I could tell, it's not still practiced by anybody.
Well, it definitely hasn't overtaken all the religions. We know that much.
Give it time.
It's still, they're chugging away.
Theosophy will take off. The South will rise again. All this shit's going to happen. Just
I'm waiting for it.
Just give it time.
Bated breath.
So that's who they are. I had never heard of them before. But one of the higher ranking members is a dude named Edward Gardner. Mm-hmm. He takes the photos of the fairies as proof that a human evolution is underway.
That we're going to turn into fairies?
They didn't quite specify, but the impression I got is that the fairies have emerged as evidence that humanity has advanced to some sufficient state where something big is going to happen.
Okay.
It's, like I said, there's like this karmic type stuff.
Or maybe like the fairies are like revealing themselves to humans because we've reached a state that they approve of us. And,
yeah, that's sort of what I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Is like we're reaching a point of sufficient evolution that now we have access to the fairies. Isn't that exciting? We leveled up and now we get fairies.
Now we get the fairies. That's all I've ever wanted, really.
Hey, yeah,
I like fairies.
I want fairies to do things like make my coffee for me and dust around my house. I think I'm describing maids.
Yes, but you can't talk about the brownies.
Brownies?
The ones who do the cleaning, you can't talk about them or they won't clean your house.
What are you talking about?
The brownies.
What are the brownies?
They're the ones that do the cleaning.
You are freaking me out right now.
Brownies are fae folk that will clean your house, and you leave them little treats, but you can't tell anyone. Well, this is actually part of this is according to Dresden Files.
Okay. I've never heard
The
this
fictional
before.
book. He has brownies that clean his house. I forget how that comes about. Like he does them a favor or something, and they fall into favor with him, and so they start cleaning his house.
Yeah.
But you can't tell anybody that they're cleaning your house because if you do, they'll stop. Like they get offended. And so for like the better part of like 3 or 4 books, it's just other characters coming in and being like, oh my God, this place is clean. And him having to like pretend that it's him and not say that it's fairies because they won't do it anymore.
I want that deal.
It's the brownies.
The brownies.
But you can't talk about the brownies.
Well, then I guess you'll never know if I find them or not. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Our friends will know when suddenly this place is spotless.
Yeah, that would be a weird day. So anyway, Gardner, the guy I mentioned, he runs with this big time. He is all excited about this. He
sounds pretty gung-ho.
He's got a lot like riding on this. You know, like they're all looking for some kind of sign. Like that's one of the things that's been happening with them at this time is like there have been seances that they've been holding and stuff, like claiming something big is about to come around the corner. Because of course, someone who's running a seance is going to say that to you.
Yeah.
But he thinks this is it. He's very
I
excited.
want to go to the seance where they're like, nope, nothing happening. Next 20 years
Give
gonna
up.
be pretty boring for you.
Nothing in your lifetime, so just relax and watch TV.
Oh, they didn't have that then.
Yeah, I know.
Relax and pretend there's fairies.
Anyway, he sends it to a photography expert. He's like trying to get it validated, right? Mm-hmm. That guy certifies it as genuine, but he also does so with the caveat that he says while there's no trace of studio work or manipulation, he doesn't rule out that there was something in front of the camera that wasn't genuine. Duh. Right?
Like fake fairies.
Yeah, like he's basically saying like, no, the photo's real. It's probably a photo of fake fairies, but it's real.
But it's real.
Like, what a dumb assessment.
I like that. It's a photo of fake fairies, but the photo's legit.
I mean, that's basically what he's saying.
Yeah.
He's like, no, there was something. The camera was pointing at that thing. Just don't know what it was. It's like, all right, dude. Like, what are you for? So anyway, these pictures get used at lectures all over the world. Gardner sells them, in fact, which is kind of not cool. You didn't have the license to do that.
Yeah.
This is where we get the coveted celebrity endorsement. Yes. That much needed celebrity endorsement to get the train moving. It is none other than friggin' let me try that again. Friggin' Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Friggin.
All that because I wanted to say friggin'.
Friggin. Sir Arthur Conan
Friggin' Sir
Doyle.
Arthur Conan Doyle. who you know from the Sherlock novels and maybe
Yeah.
not that much else.
I mean, it's elementary, my dear Watson.
He is a huge spiritualist. I didn't know this. I don't know why.
Neither.
I guess I just assumed the dude that wrote Sherlock.
Was just like Sherlock,
Yeah, just like I don't know.
devoid of
I didn't think I
personality.
didn't think he believed in ghouls. Like I don't
Yeah.
know. But he does, and he sees these photos in a magazine actually, and it just so happens that he has an article of his own to write about fairies for a Christmas issue of another magazine. I don't know why. He gets all hot and bothered and contacts the family for permission to use these photos. And he gets permission. The dad says that's fine, but he refuses to be paid for it. I found that interesting. Like,
Well, if he's still convinced that they're not legit and he's a professional photographer, it might be a matter of
Yeah, he
like
doesn't
pride and professional reputation.
doesn't want his name on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, I didn't think about that. So the next step, once they have the permissions, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, friggin' Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Friggin' Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Now I'm gonna say it like that from now on. He's looking for more expert opinions. He takes it to Kodak. They again agree that the photos are not manipulated, but they're still skeptical that they're fairies. It's the same assessment, right? They look for a third opinion. They find a company named Ilford, who are a little bit more direct, and they suggest there's evidence of faking, so they're a little less convinced, right? He takes those two assessments and the prior one and considers it 2 out of 3 good. Right?
Yeah.
Like, because 2 companies were like, no, that's a picture of something, probably something fake. And the third one was like, there might be some fakery. And he's like, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Right?
It's funny because it's not that far off from things that happen today.
No, yeah, you're right. It's spin, right?
Yeah.
That's what kind of cracks me up is like when I said at the beginning that this is a lot about like what people want to believe shapes what they believe.
Yeah.
You can see it here.
It just, you mentioned spin, so it just reminds me of our last episode when all of the spin that the essential oils company would use.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about a great variety of people who can spin a yarn and, you know, make themselves look great and hide their failures and manage to get past them. And, you know, I'm not calling Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, friggin' Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, a failure. I'm just saying he didn't get
was a
great,
failure.
He didn't get great endorsements here, and he just, no, it's fine. I heard what I wanted to hear.
Well, yeah, when you want to hear something, when you fully believe something, there's not a huge threshold
Yeah.
that needs to be crossed for you to be okay with it vindicating you, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree.
Or validating you is probably a better word.
So, let's see. This part kind of cracks me up a bit. 3 years later, Gardner comes up with a plan to get more evidence of fairies. Because I guess these 2 photos are old news now.
Yeah.
It's been 3 years. What else you got?
Fake news.
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 He's had enough of news. He wants some truths. So, he brings the girls another camera and more plates. He has them secretly marked, which I guess is to verify that they actually take the pictures
That
with
they're
those plates.
yeah.
Like as opposed to like take it or like transfer it to something else and do some
Or like
manipulation.
use a different plate that's been manipulated.
Right. He basically says, try and get the fairies again. Don't worry, no pressure. He's pretty chill about this. You know, but I think what he wants them to do is essentially like recreate the circumstances that they got the fairies with the first time. And about a month later, they present him with 3 more photos. Gardner flips out. He telegrams Sir Arthur Conan Doyle immediately and says, when our fairies are admitted, other psychic phenomena will find a more ready acceptance. We have had continued messages at seances for some time that a visible sign was coming through. So this is what I mean about seances, right? He's basically saying, well, once the fairies are demonstrated true, everything else that we are talking about will be true, right? Like this will
Yeah.
just be the first thing.
In a long line
Right.
of fake shit that we believe.
I think it's really, really relevant that they were waiting for a sign, though, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like many religions and philosophies and theologies and
much of the things we wish to believe that we wish to be true that are like kind of obviously not true, but we'll take what we can get.
yeah. Well, a lot of people will, universe, give me a sign.
Right.
I want to get a candy bar, but I probably shouldn't. But if I should, give me a sign. Oh, I just saw a billboard that has for Snickers. Guess that's a sign.
It said you're not you when you're hungry, and I'm not me when I'm hungry. I need to eat a Snickers. Thanks, billboard.
I mean, that's a silly, exaggerated example. But, I mean, people have that mindset all the time.
Yeah. No, you're right. People will jump at anything that validates them. So, friggin' Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's fairy article arrives in December 1920 in The Strand magazine. The issue sells out in 2 days. They refer to the family by pseudonyms, to protect their identity. And Doyle makes a strong case for the authenticity of the photos in, like a written case for it. He says, the recognition of their existence will jolt the material 20th century mind out of its heavy ruts in the mud and will make it admit that there is a glamour and mystery to life. Having discovered this, the world will not find it so difficult to accept that spiritual message supported by physical facts which has already been put before it. It's a little bit clumsy, I think, but he makes a pretty forcefully worded argument that people don't buy, right?
Yeah.
I think it seems like most people either think he's been fooled or that he's joking. Other people are like genuinely angry. And one reaction from someone that I think could have been us in the 1920s says this: I believe that the inculcation of such absurd ideas into the minds of children will result in later life in manifestations and nervous disorder and mental disturbances.
Inculcations. Definitely a word we use often. Does sound like us.
I'm always going on about inculcations. I can't
I
stop.
have no idea what that word means.
I can only figure it out through context clues.
Yeah.
But that person who said that was Major John Hall Edwards, an early X-ray researcher. Fancy science man.
Yeah. I like them.
I like him too. Well, I like that assessment anyway. I don't want to say I like him because you dig into history, you find out all kinds of terrible things. I don't know anything about this guy.
I like them. I'm standing by it.
Famous X-ray researcher and woman murderer.
Nah, I still stand by it. Digging in on this one. Nothing can possibly go wrong.
Too deep.
Nothing can go wrong. I've never been burned by this before.
That's funny. Anyway, next year, 1921, people are over it. This whole fairy thing takes like no time to fade out. The girls are over it too. They're not even into it. There is a photograph of the girls with a psychic named Jeffrey Hodson, who Gardner brought to Cottingley to meet them.
And they're just like smoking cigarettes and not paying attention to them.
Well, they commented years later when they saw the picture, and they're like, "Yeah, look at us, basically over this."
Yeah.
Right? Like they've had enough of fairies, is what they were saying.
Well, when this started, one was 16 and one was 10, right? So like a year later, one's 17, one's 11.
Yeah, it started in 1917, and this is now 1921. So that's 4 whole years later.
Okay.
So now
one of them is 21.
20 and 14. 20 and 14. 21 and 14. Yeah, 21 and 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. One of them's like getting into boys, and one of them's been into boys.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And is like, or girls.
Or girls.
Or girl, or whoever.
Don't straight wash history, Christy.
I refuse to.
I don't know. But yeah, no, they're over it. This is no longer interesting to them.
They've grown out of it. It was like a fun thing, a fancy of the imagination, right?
That guy, Jeffrey Hodson, that I mentioned, the psychic, the funniest thing is that while he's there, he writes all kinds of crazy notes about his visit and talks about how he saw the fairies everywhere. And he has all these details and like writes this elaborate stuff. And the girls never make any such claim while he's there. So imagine these young women. This guy comes into town and he's, oh, the fairies, they're everywhere. They're like, whatever, dude. Like, you do you. I'm over this. There's even a picture of them just being like, oh, God. It just
like
cracks me up.
This is like a joke. It's like a thing we did when we were kids, and
Right.
now like 4 years later, we're still being badgered about it.
I mean, I've deliberately avoided for a great while here what I think happened or what they say happened or what the true story may be behind all this, but we're getting there, right? I've avoided it because I think it's fun how it all plays out in public, right? Which is where we are next here. Starting in 1966, which is obviously well after all of this, right? It's 45 years later? There is a cycle of reinterest that happens around the story, and every time it's talked about or investigated, little things get added to the story. So in 1966, Elsie is interviewed by the Daily Express and says that the fairies may have been figments of her imagination, her words. When pressed on this, she refuses to clarify what that means. In 1971, now 5 years later, that quote resurfaces on TV in a program called Nationwide, in which Elsie doubles down on that quote.
Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide was not on their side. They were grilling them good. And she refuses to, dispute what she'd said previously. She says, I've told you that they're photographs of figments of our imagination, and that's what I'm sticking to. Kind of dug in, right?
Well, this is like a thing they did for fun when they were like 16 and 10, and it's 40 plus years later.
Yeah.
And they're still being bothered about it. Can you imagine if you made up a story with your brother when you were little and it went viral essentially, and then every so many years people keep bothering you about this story that you made up when you were like 16?
Just pictured it's like Dateline. And it's like one night, and I'm sitting on a chair, and some guy is going, now this imaginary friend of yours, Jeffy, sources say that you said he ate your chippies, but we think you ate your own chippies. What do you have to say to that? What's your comment?
I love it.
Right? It's just like trivially childish stuff.
Yeah.
Why is this on a news program other than the fact that it got so big?
Other than the fact that the news has always been grasping for straws.
Sort of. I mean, this, in fairness, it was a story. It was big. Like, it wasn't like the news made this out of thin air, but it's weird to follow up on it, too.
Yeah.
Like, couldn't we all just kind of shrug and be like, well, that was cute? But I guess they didn't decide to do that.
Well, everyone loves a mystery. And any kind of media will always milk as much as they can from a mystery.
It's also interesting, though, that all those years later, they stick by the story. That's kind of interesting, too, right? So anyway, in 1976, this is another 5 years later, they tell a Yorkshire TV journalist, quote, a rational person doesn't see fairies, end quote. But they still refuse to admit any fakery. So, man, you're like getting closer and closer to something and not saying it, right? 1970, or no, this is after that, I'm not sure when. This is a great big leak in the story, and you're going to appreciate this. One of our favorite people, James Randi, undertakes the investigation. He worked with a team from what is now the Center for Inquiry. And enhanced.
That is an amazing group, by the way.
CFI.
Some of our favorite podcasters, Ross and Carrie, have been in the past and possibly still are. I don't know if Carrie still is. I think Ross still is involved with the Center for Inquiry in LA.
CFI does a lot of very valuable skeptic type stuff.
Kind of what the James Randi Foundation does too. They offer to they test people who claim things.
Right.
Like claim they have abilities and things like that.
Right.
And go on little investigations and stuff like that.
This one is, I feel like it's fun that James Randi undertook this one because it seems like a little bit of a, I don't know, it just seems like kind of a softball for James Randi. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It just seems like interesting that he decided to take this one on, but he does.
Well, it's clear. It's a story that's been going on for 50 60 years,
And,
right?
and enough people believe it is probably the thing too. Enough people probably really believe this.
And also, it could be a nice introduction of a lot of people who don't know who he is to James Randi.
Mm-hmm. Or to like generally the
Skepticism.
Yeah. So he has a team. They enhance the photos digitally. Mm-hmm. They reveal what they say is with certainty that they are little pictures of that are held up like cardboard pictures that are being held up with strings in the photograph. This is impossible to see until they like enlarge the negatives digitally. But so I tried to find those images. I tried to find the enhanced images. I thought that they might be readily available because why wouldn't they? But they're not. I couldn't find them. They're probably out there somewhere, but I couldn't see them. Also, shortly after this, Geoffrey Crawley, who is the editor of the British Journal of Photography, also does an investigation from 1982 to 1983. He also concludes that it's a fraud. Mm-hmm. So this is now like 2 major studies in the 80s that come to that conclusion after all these years. It's kind of crazy. Like this started in 1917. This last investigation ended in 1983. Right? Is that 65 years? 66 years?
Sure.
It's a long time. It's
been a long time. Now I don't believe in fairies. But wait.
Nobody knows what that is?
Nobody knows what that is.
So, in 1983, the Elsie and Francis decide that they have to give an interview after having been investigated over the last few years in kind of like big public ways. They shock the world. I wrote, shock the world.
Ooh.
By admitting that the photographs are fake.
I do declare.
I also declare.
I think I have a case of the vapor.
Oh, my word, I never heard such a thing.
This is like British and I'm doing like a southern accent.
I don't know, dude. So this confession that they give is that they say the fairies were cutouts from a popular children's book. They staged them and posed them, and that they got rid of the cutouts later. They like hid the evidence of what they did later, right? Their confession leaves a shit ton to be desired.
Yeah.
Even though they finally decided to say this, here's the thing. They both claim they actually saw fairies. So they've gone this far to admit to having staged fairies, but swear there were real fairies they didn't get on camera. And it's not even just that. Francis still won't confess that the 5th picture is fake. So Elsie says they're all fake. Mm-hmm. Francis says the first 4 are fake, but the 5th one I actually aimed and shot, and I got those fairies on film. That one's real. Which is hilarious to me.
Well, also these are 2 people who've basically had a lifetime of attention.
Yeah, right. Oh,
so
yeah.
like, why would you want to? That's what you know, and like, it would feel kind of sad to kind of give that up, right?
Yeah, it really
like,
would.
Totally give up the ghost, like.
Yeah, it would be sad because that's kind of your one big.
It's like your legacy, right?
It's an international thing connected to you, and outside of that,
yeah. And what like 16 and 10-year-old has that, especially in that time.
Yeah, right.
And all these years later are still getting media attention for it. I wouldn't want to give it up either. And also there's a bit of whimsy to it. It's like, as much as I'm a skeptic, sometimes it's a little sad to like put a fine point on it and
I know.
And let it go.
Well, I kind of just wish they had never done this interview.
Yeah.
Just like, you figure it out. Right? Like, when I started this and said no one got hurt in the course of this, I really kind of think no one got hurt.
Yeah.
There is some argument to be made that you shouldn't believe in any of these silly false things because they open the door to other silly false things. Mm-hmm. But man, is this like
it's fun.
It's fun and it's silly, and it's like I really doubt anyone was critically hurt by this thing.
It's fun to indulge in that.
Yeah.
As I said, I love fairies. I have multiple books on fairies. I think
Yeah.
it's like really cool, and I wish they were real. I don't believe they were real, but
Right.
I understand indulging in that.
Well, it's not like the girls came out of the woods and they said we found fairies, and they said we all need to immediately change our religion to we're all Mormons now. They didn't do that. They just we saw fairies. It's cute. Like they didn't demand.
They came out of the woods and they're like, we found some fairies.
Yeah.
They gave us some arsenic and they said we gotta drink it up.
Right. The fairy said we all need to drink this special drink, so get in line. Like that didn't happen. No one gets hurt. This is a pretty harmless thing.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish they hadn't given that interview. But anyway, as regards to that fifth photo, some people think that the fairies in photo 5 might be a double exposure, something accidental, so that they were.
So maybe that's why she's like
Right.
hanging on to that one.
That would
Like,
account.
well, we didn't stage it, so
Right. That would account for like she swears that she went and just took a picture of the grass, and then there were also fairies in there, and isn't that weird? Like that would account for the discrepancy between the two.
yeah.
But I don't really buy it. I think they know what their fake fairies looked like.
Yeah.
Like I think they know their arrangements and the little cutouts they used. I think it seems like a silly.
Well, I think what it is that, yeah, they know what their fake ones look like, but when they take a photo and there's something in there and it's not their fake ones,
Right.
that's where she's like, well, I didn't really think they were real, but no, like, there's something in there and I didn't do it.
Oh shit! I mean, yeah,
Maybe it's not real.
maybe it's real. I don't know. Oh my god. Finally, 1985. The girls are interviewed on another TV program.
I think at this point we can call them women.
Oh yeah, you're right. in my head,
Quite a while.
in my head, they're still little girls. Like I know they're not, but they're still little girls to me. That's weird. That's very weird.
They're like what, in their 60s?
Well, they were born. Oh God, I could go back and find out. But like, if they were born in 1901 and 1907, then the oldest of
They're in
them,
their 80s.
they're 80-year-old little girls. One's a 70-year-old little girl, and one's an 80-year-old little girl. That's weird. I know. But it's 1985. They're interviewed on a program called Arthur C. Clarke's World of Strange Powers. Oh. They give an explanation for what happened that's a little bit more, I think, honest. And it's kind of odd and kind of sweet. I think it's really relatable. I think it just kind of sums up how I feel about this whole thing. Is they they say, and I don't think they're bad people for any of this in the first place, but this really sweetens the pot, is they were embarrassed to admit that they were phonies because they fooled Sir Arthur friggin' Conan Doyle, or friggin' Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, if you prefer. They fooled Sir Arthur Conan Doyle into believing them.
Yeah.
Like a smart, famous, well-known man.
And they were children and just having a laugh.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure they didn't think, oh, well, we got in trouble by our mom, so we're going to fake these photos, and then it's going to get big, and everyone's going to believe it, and then Sir Arthur Conan Doyle is going to believe it. Like,
Right.
They just were having a laugh.
Yeah.
They were trying to get out of trouble, and we're like, let's do this. Like,
To use the analogy from before, imagine that the president shows up to your door and says, "We were aware you're in possession of an imaginary friend named Jeffy with magic powers. We need him to fight. We need him to fight the Russians. Will you bring Jeffy to the White House?" Don't you feel bad and be like, I don't know how you guys believe this. Like, how do you come
sorry
clean?
to break it to you, but Jeffy isn't real. I ate those chippies myself.
Right? Like, wouldn't you be embarrassed that like someone reputable and smart, like a grown up that should know better, fell for that? And that's what they said. Basically, the quote was, "I never even thought of it as being a fraud. It was just," this is Francis speaking, "it was just Elsie and I having a bit of fun, and I can't understand to this day why they were taken in. They wanted to be taken in."
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's exactly it.
Yeah.
people want to believe things, and so they believe things even when the evidence isn't there.
Yeah. And I think it's kind of sweet that they just
Let's just let it go.
I don't know if it's like
Well, it's also, you don't want to piss on someone's parade, right?
I
Like,
didn't want to embarrass anyone for one.
yeah.
And yeah, you don't want to disappoint people either. You don't
Yeah.
people seem to be enjoying it.
Yeah. And like you said, it's all but harmless.
Yeah, exactly.
And what's the point of like pulling the rug out from under anyone when it's like, well, no one's getting hurt and it seems to make them happy.
I mean,
And it's freaking Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
that's the thing. They fooled the man that wrote Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah,
into
that makes
believing-
it a little sad.
I mean, the man who wrote the quintessential mystery novels of the 20th century. And for some reason, he believed there were fairies. Wouldn't that be
You
humiliating?
know what? I bet this wouldn't have fooled Agatha Christie.
Yeah. Yeah, probably not. It's just, I don't know. I found that very sweet. I found that explanation to make a lot of sense.
Yeah,
Like, that's a
it
good
does.
reason to kind of
It
keep
does.
going for a while.
It's context that it really ties the whole thing together.
And again, it's not like they ever made money on this.
Yeah.
You know, they disappeared from public life on more or less on purpose for like 50 years.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah,
You can still see these photos.
yeah, you can actually. All 5 of them are available on Wikipedia, pretty plainly.
I remember looking at them and going, yeah, that doesn't look real.
Well, yeah, like that's the thing is like to put a fine point on it, like anyone should have been able to spot this from a million miles away for a few reasons. The shading on them doesn't look right. Like when you look at it now, they don't look real. They don't look shaded properly. They look like they're just like shadowless figures stuck in the front of like in the foreground. And someone even pointed out that the haircuts on them are like Parisian hairstyles, like that like don't make sense in Cottingley, England in the first place.
Yeah.
And kind of wouldn't make sense on a ferry in the first place. Like why would they have distinctly Parisian hairstyles?
Maybe they were Parisian fairies on vacation.
Maybe that's one explanation. But yeah, so I don't have much of a conclusion on this except to say that, again, to the point that I tried to make at the beginning of all this, what people, and we've made many times since, like what people want to believe shapes very much what they believe. And so while all the signs were there all along, you know,
Friggin' Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
friggin' Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. That's really embarrassing. Yeah. The dude literally wrote the book on solving mysteries.
They waited till he died.
You know, they waited well past that, but
Yeah.
they did. Because oh God, the humiliation. Mm-hmm. We're fooled by kids with a cutout picture book that didn't even try that hard. So that's it. That's the story of the Cottingley Fairies. I think it's pretty well put to bed now. There is no mystery at all, right?
Thank you for doing that justice. I feel like you did it better than I would have because when I originally looked into it, it didn't look super hard. But basically, what I came across was like, yep, these 2 girls took some fake pictures of fairies.
Yeah, that's the thing is I knew that the events by themselves are like, it's not that they're not a story, but it's kind of a mild story. But I think the real story is the human interest angle of all this thing.
Yeah.
Of like really appreciating like I just can't imagine if someone took the silly things I said when I was a kid
Yeah.
and bought into them wholesale. And then I had to keep up the lie because it would make them look
Because
dumb.
someone famous was like, yes.
So that's it. Cottingley Fairies, very charming little story. There's still the Cottingley has a website that has their whole history ever since the Doomsday Census, right? And they even have like in town like placards around about their history, and the Cottingley Fairies story is like their big thing.
It's their bread and butter.
Yeah, it's still something they're, I don't know if proud of is the right word, but it's their claim to fame, right?
Yeah.
So
Let's go there.
Yeah, let's go. Next time,
Take some pictures of fairies.
next time I'm in northern England, I will swing by Cottingley briefly, I guess. Play in a river and look for fairies.
All right.
But that's it. That's Goose Chase. We did another one.
We did it.
We did another one.
We did it.
We did it. Yeah.
Yay.
Now we're gonna go to bed.
Yup.
It's not all that late, but it's like we're wrapping Goose Chase at 11 o'clock.
Oh, God, I want to sleep so bad.
I knew it was gonna happen too. I just knew we'd be doing this forever. So, thank you for listening again to Goose Chase.
Goose Chase.
We will see you next week with another episode.
All right.
Have a nice week. Please send us your suggestions.
You too.
No, you.
No, you.
No,
you have
you.
a better week.
All right.
Yeah, give us some suggestions.
Let us know what you think. Let us know your suggestions. Send us an email. Send us a cupcake, whatever. We will see you in 1 week with more Goose Chase. Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Goose Chase. We are Goose Chase Podcast on Facebook and Twitter. On Twitter, our handle is @GooseChasePod, and our website is www.goosechasepodcast.com.
If you have any topics you'd like us to research, please email us at goosechasepodcast@gmail.com. If you like what we do on the show, please rate and review us on iTunes and Google Play.
Want to go on a goose chase?
Ooh, yes.